everybody, welcome back to Rich Back Creations. As you can see, we're making ice cream today. This is the 1000 Galleon Golden Snitch ice cream inspired by the $1000 ice cream. So let's get started. As an extra treat next to the ice cream, I'm going to make caramelized white chocolate. Just gonna melt it over the stove and start to caramelize the sugar in the chocolate. Just be careful not to burn it because it can burn really quickly, but once you see some brown parts through the entire batter, you know it's finished. Then you're just going to put it over a piece of parchment paper, chop it into small pieces, put it in the freezer so it gets nice and crispy. And that's about it, and it's really simple and really delicious. Here I'm making some modeling chocolate. I'm using it to make the wings for the golden snitch. It is 25 grams of corn syrup to 100 grams of chocolate. You could probably add a little bit more corn syrup to make it more pliable and easier to work with. So you can see the ounces on my scale as well if you look closely. I just melted the chocolate, added the corn syrup, and you have to be really careful not to stir it too much or else the fat in the chocolate will separate and you'll get an oily mess with chunks of hardened chocolate, which is not what you want. So be careful, do not over stir it. You shall barely stir it. It's better to under stir than over stir in my opinion. Then you put that on a piece of plastic wrap, squeeze it out, close it tight for air, and just let it cool overnight in the room temperature of your kitchen or whatever. And then you can knead it into a pliable, workable dough the next day. Now I'm going to make the modeling chocolate wing. As you can see on my side, I tried to make one out of melted chocolate and some luster dust, but normal chocolate has a real tendency to break. My chocolate, the modeling chocolate, broke as well, but so I was testing out a little bit of different ideas of how to make them. So I still haven't figured out the best way to make wings, but practice makes a champion. So I'm just going to continue on trying to figure out a way that I can make the wings best as possible. Now I'm going to make the actual ice cream. I just pour in some water. Then I'm going to add some brown sugar and let that melt on 115 degrees Celsius. Then I'm going to lower the heat, put it off the plate, and then add the rest of the ingredients. You just want to be really careful because this mess is really hot and you can easily burn yourself. So once it has reached a temperature of 115 C, I'm just going to add some butter, stir that around until it is dissolved. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some apple vinegar and some salt. It's not much, it's 1/4 of a teaspoon of each. After I stir that in, I'm just going to add some cream and stir that in, and that is pretty much it for the syrup. After it has cooled down in a bowl on the kitchen top, I'm just going to add some rum essence. And after I stir that in, I'm just going to leave it to set until it has cooled down. For the ice cream base, I'm just going to first add some whole milk and some sugar. And over medium heat, I'm just going to stir that around until it has dissolved completely before I add the rest of the ingredients. Now once it's dissolved, I'm just going to add the cream. Stir that around over medium heat still. Then I'm going to add some cream soda to add some vanilla flavor. I don't know if I'm going to add soda in my ice cream in the future because I felt it got a little bit watery, but the taste was still fine, so it's preference really. After the soda is added, I'm just going to add some vanilla powder to make it a little bit more flavored. Now I'm just stirring in the vanilla into the ice cream batter, base, whatever, something on B. After I stirred it in, I'm pretty much done with the vanilla, and I'm just going to set it to the side while it cools down. After it has cooled down, I'm just going to add the syrup base I made earlier. If you don't have an ice cream machine like I have, you can always try to make ice cream by putting in the freezer on intervals and stirring every 30 minutes. But the end result will probably be a little bit more different than what you get with an ice cream machine. So, but it's really important that if you're gonna try to freeze it by yourself or have a machine that requires a pre-freezed part that you cool down the ingredients before you add them in. I'm just gonna leave my ice cream for 60 minutes and it's slowly gonna cool down by itself. And the consistency is really soft when you get it out of the machine, so it's important to just scoop it into an ice cream container and put it in the freezer for a couple of hours in order for it to set properly and become a real ice cream. The final result consists of chocolate frogs, creme brulee, crumbled up cookies, butterbeer ice cream, caramel sauce, white chocolate that is caramelized, marzipan, and some Muggle chocolate. So that is pretty much how I made the ice cream. I was supposed to have some chocolate wings, but unfortunately they fell off. But I think it'll look good even though it doesn't have them. But now it's for the last part, which is eating the ice cream. So this is marzipan with some gold leaf, and I'm just gonna eat that first. That is so sweet. Oh my god. Now it's time for some buttercream ice cream. Thank you so much for watching.